sit back, relax, and get ready to enjoy another awesome video by Capt Frank Lanier. Please subscribe, like, and share with all your friends and all the people you hate too. Hi, I'm Capt Frank Lanier, a retired Coast Guard officer and SAMS Accredited Marine Surveyor with over 40 years of experience in the maritime and diving industry. I've amassed literally thousands of photos of all the bad things I've found on boats during my career as a Marine Surveyor. So what we're going to do today is take a look at some of my favorites. We're going to take a look at each picture. We're going to discuss why they're evil, and we're going to discuss what you need to do to correct it. So hop in, buckle up, keep your arms and legs inside the car at all times as we take a carnival-like ride tour through the cavalcade of owner-induced perversions that I like to call Captain Frank's Sea Chest of Horror. Sea Chest of Horror. So here we have a situation where an owner had a defective shore power plug, and he had to replace it, and he wanted to install one of the new smart plug shore power, cables and connections, and that's what he did. Unfortunately, what he did when he replaced it is he used screws to mount the inlet plug, and screws, which are pretty much a terrible method to mount anything in fiberglass because they'll eventually pull out, and that's what happened here. The recommendation here, of course, is to mount this smart plug unit, instead of using these screws, use through bolts with washers and lock nuts and stuff, tighten it up so that it doesn't pull out again. So vice grips, man, who doesn't love these things? Well, I guess it's more appropriately to call them locking pliers, the generic name for them, because they're not all vice grips, right? But anyway, so the owner had a seacock, and the handle broke off of it and left a stub here. So rather than do the right thing and make what ought to be what is, replace the valve here, he just took a pair of locking pliers and clamped it onto the stub for the seacock handle, and that's how he operated it, on and off, right? There's a couple things wrong with this. One, it's a redneck way to try to get around doing the right thing, and two, if any crew members and stuff, they need some locking pliers, they're going to say, hey, you know what? I know where some is right there, and then they're going to be taken off of here and used somewhere else. And then if you ever had to shut this valve in a hurry, you wouldn't be able to. So the recommendation, get rid of the locking pliers, replace this valve, and make it like it should be. So one of the things I love about boats and surveying boats is, every day is a new find, a new story. Every day if you do it long enough, you're going to invariably see some stuff that, man, what was this dude thinking when he did this? Or was he not thinking? Here's a good case in point. So what you're looking at here is a primary fuel filter for a diesel and a mid-sized sailboat. So the owner wanted to install a primary filter. You've got this filter, which is the pre-filter for the, the secondary filter, which is mounted on the engine. So anyway, he wanted to install this new primary fuel filter. So we got him a piece of plywood, and he screwed it into this plastic thing here, and everything's all right. Well, it turns out everything ain't all right. So that plastic thing that he's got it screwed into, that's the fuel tank for the engine. That's black plastic fuel tank. So they've mounted these screws right into the fuel tank. So of course the recommendation here, of course, would be, pull this thing off, see if he's compromised the integrity of the fuel tank, and if he has, to fix it. And in any case, relocate this primary fuel filter to another location, a bulkhead or something where it's properly mounted and secured, and it's not doing any damage to stuff like the fuel tank.
Sorry ass DJ.
So anytime you see something like this, for example, duct tape. Rednecks love duct tape. I know I love it. I use it a lot too. Anytime you see it on a boat like this, the first thing you should think of shouldn't be, well, hey, that's pretty smart. It should be, why is this duct tape here, and what's going on? Why is he coated this window with duct tape? Well, the first thing you should probably think of is he has put duct tape on here because it's leaking, and he's tried to stop the leaking by applying duct tape to the top joints and the back joints. Well, this is just like throwing sawdust against a waterfall. It ain't gonna do no good. It's just it's gonna look bad. It's still gonna leak, and it prevents you from doing what should be done, which is, you're gonna have to pull these port lights and pull them and properly rebed them or caulk them, and then reinstall them if you want any chance of trying to stop the leaks and stuff in here. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if so, and you want to buy Captain Frank a cup of coffee, please click on the thanks button below this video. All tips received, not spent on coffee, will be used to improve my YouTube channel and create even more awesome videos.